Holy shit. Is the R.A.T.cast. I don't know what year it is, where I am, or who I am. Just kidding. This is Ralph.
Oh my god, 2022 or 23 called. They want their podcast back before everybody under the fucking sun started doing it.
I might have to check the history. You might have jumped the gun with 22 and 23.
Was it even further back?
Yeah, let me.
Oh god.
Started the podcast 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's 2021.
2021. Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 years ago.
4
Yeah.
years ago.
That's the first one. Oh, God.
Oh
We used to talk
man.
a lot about James Charles.
Yeah. What the fuck is James Charles even up to anymore?
How is he not here with us right now?
The cultural relevance of James Charles has gone down since the last episode.
Ours has only gone up, though.
Yeah, that's true. We are more.
Our last video, 3 years ago, 5 views. Ooh. Earthbound gameplay.
Oh my god. I remember, what was the other one we were trying to do for a bit? Was it not Trials of Mana, but Secrets of Mana?
One from that series.
Something, yeah.
I think that was the next one we had planned because you were playing Earthbound, and that was going to be the one where I was in control. Oh, I'm sure that didn't nobody whatsoever.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I just realized. So, one of our guests we had on many years ago, Dan,
Yeah.
if he's still subscribed, this might be the only way I have to contact him.
Ooh, yeah. Definitely, that might be a good way to open contact again. If you're out there, if you get this push notification, please comment or
Please comment your telephone number.
please, we would like to speak with you again.
Oh, yeah.
That
Your full telephone number.
just for everybody online to get. I mean, like, not to put ourselves up there, but I don't think many people would get that from the comments.
It depends on what we titled this episode.
Oh, that's true.
Because Porn Theory, 141 views.
And that can't just be like some people like that we know rewatching. That
No.
absolutely has to be like that got some traction.
Yeah. Our most viewed video that's not Porn Theory is 29 views.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Porn Theory just took off. Like,
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Sex sells, I guess.
It sure does, buddy.
The Great Gooner Epidemic. I would like it to be on the record that I did try to open up like a notes thing to write down talking points and things, but at work we ended up getting a little bit busy, and so the only thing I got to write down was the first inconvenience I had at work, which was my coworker putting on shitty country music that does like the hip hop beats and shit.
Yeah.
And the chorus for the first one that gave me like a visceral physical reaction was, I guess I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed. And the other one was the fucking one. It was like all these cowgirls, they don't want to settle down, girl. And I was like, dude, who are you talking to? Who is this for? At all. Like, all heavy auto-tune, just bitching about, like, bullshit that does not exist. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
There, it's just a niche genre.
Yes, incredibly niche.
Like Midwest emo.
It hasn't hit the mainstream yet. You just don't know about it.
You're just hating on him because he's down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed. Like, It's not his fault. It's not his fault that he presumably slept in a truck bed. I mean, I don't know what the fucking right side of that would be to.
As somebody that slept in a truck bed before, I don't think there is a right side. Unless you're talking about literally right and left, in which case there is a right side.
That is also based on perspective.
Yes.
So
As is everything in life.
Thank God.
I had one talking point planned as well. Mine, I feel like, was a fantastic idea I had, and I was just going to ask you to recap the last 4 years from both of our perspectives in 3 minutes or less.
And then that's the episode. It's just the 3. We get 3 minutes, like no shit, just everything compiled together, and then that's it. And then nobody hears from us again.
Yep.
Fuck.
Shit, dude, I was bleeding.
Uh-oh.
That's all good.
That's all right.
Couldn't even put a mid-roll in the episode. You started bleeding.
Exactly. Like, now I gotta entertain for
Oh no.
all of that, which I'm sure was fascinating.
It always is. Listen, I've been listening to the old episodes. We've never missed.
We have never missed.
Even including the episodes that have been private.
God, sometimes, I don't have any plans to go into any sort of like super big job that would require a deep dive like that. But I have nightmares sometimes of like somehow somebody listened to some of that shit and it's just like, actually no, because of the opinions you had about a certain movie, we're not gonna accept you as a candidate this time. Maybe next time, champ.
You're going with the movie opinions and not any of the copious amount of just graphic sexual discussion we have had.
I feel like I'd rather that. I'd rather air all that out first, because at least like I think I don't remember everything. Oh Jesus, you were bleeding.
Yeah.
It's all right. I think, yeah, I don't know. I feel like at least with that, it's like,
I don't think any of it's fresh.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You've got alcohol there to sanitize if need be. See, this is the kind of shit I missed. Oh yeah.
Dude, I was listening to one of the old episodes and I literally put a butt plug in my mouth. On the episode.
Dude, what the fuck were we doing? We were on farmersonly.com at one point. We were...
Wait a second. Not that I mind, but is this going to be like the equivalent to like an episode 12.5 of an anime where we just talk about it all
talk about everything else that happened? Like, oh my god. Those
piss me off.
They piss me off to no avail. And
it's understandable though when they at least title it something like 12.5.
Right.
Because then you know what you're getting into.
Right.
When it becomes the whole like next number,
yeah,
and it's just a fucking surprise, fuck that.
I was getting a little upset, not exactly on that, but with Invincible, we didn't skip the recap on one episode, and it was bringing up shit that I was like, oh, they're bringing this up because it's going to be pertinent to this episode. Not true at fucking all. Like, not even a little bit.
They recorded the whole first season.
Yeah. And it was like, but it wasn't even.
It
was in episode 2 of season 2.
You know what pisses me off about Invincible? The fan base.
Yeah.
Anyone that's read the comics loves to tell you what's going to happen next.
I have the whole entire show spoiled for me on Twitter, and I don't even follow anything.
Yeah.
They love to be doing that.
It's everywhere. I love, like, and I'm trying not to doom scroll and, like, go through Instagram Reels and all that shit as much as I do, but literally I'll be on, like, a little thing of, like, cool, this recipe, and then another recipe, and then someone's, like, ranking deaths in Invincible, and then, like, the first point already has the full name of the person, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
I mean, are you caught up?
No.
Okay.
So
good thing I asked, and now I'm not gonna say it because I ain't a bitch.
Yeah. We are halfway through season 2.
Okay.
So we've gotten fun.
Last week.
Yeah. And I'm very excited to keep going with it. But there is a lot of shit that just from over like the past year and everything, like I was like, I don't know if I'll ever watch this. And then everybody just has this compulsion to drop everything about it that they know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the TikTok I saw the other day was the equivalent. I'm just gonna use Omni-Man because you've seen season 1.
Yes.
It was the equivalent of an edit of Omni-Man, and all of the comments being, "Oh man, it's so sad that Omni-Man killed the Guardians of the Globe." Except it was for stuff that hasn't happened yet or was about to happen in this season.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why the fuck are you needing to comment that?
I feel like culturally there was a shift somewhere where I feel like it used to be such a big like, come on man, don't spoil shit. Like people used to get mad at like, oh my god, you spoiled Lost, even though like Lost came out a billion fucking years ago.
And it used to be like internet etiquette that like 10 years was the window for like, at that point you don't need like a spoiler warning.
Right. Yeah, you can just be like, hey, like I'm talking about this thing. And then it falls on you to be like, wow, you're talking about like fucking Ocean's 11. Like, okay, yeah, I plan on watching that this weekend. Maybe I skipped this video.
Exactly.
Yeah, but now it's like you can't have, because it was the second that the last episode came out, everyone was like, okay, cool. You guys all saw it like 5 seconds ago when the episode was uploaded. Like, now it's time for me to lore dump.
It's because people are so quick with clips and edits these days.
Yeah.
Like, I was seeing fucking March Madness edits literally like 30 seconds after games end.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit.
It's only going to get fucking worse for a little bit because, like, half the time it's just, I don't know. A lot of it's like lazy bullshit, and I want to blame AI and just like the ease of access where it's like, okay, cool, I'll start recording here and then whatever. Like I get through here, ChatGPT, do this fucking thing for me, and then I can upload it and I'll make buco bucks.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking stupid. But I hope that something comes along and just like people just stop giving a shit about that anymore and just like, I don't know. I miss the authentic fan cams. I saw somebody talking about conventions, and someone was like, "There's nothing to do at conventions anymore," and the person was like, "Yeah, because like everybody's afraid of being real and afraid of being cringe or something." And it's like we fucking destroyed our own spaces.
We over prosecuted the cringe to the point where it killed individuality.
Yeah. I'm glad at the last Comic-Con we went to, there were people that I was looking at that I was like, yeah, you're being cringe as fuck. Keep going.
I respect you.
Yeah.
It literally, it had the cringe prosecution, the cringe crusades, as I'm now dubbing them.
Yeah. If that's not what we go, we're going to need to find something else to top that for episode title. Cringe Crusade's a great one.
But like, literally had like such an impact on like my mentality and how I thought about things until like rather recently. I was just like, why do I give a fuck?
Exactly. I had until like it started with something a couple of years ago where I was shitting on somebody for I want to say it might have been another instance, but I think it was when people were really into Kate Bush again because of Stranger Things. Yeah. And somebody else was like just before was like, "Oh yeah, fuck you. You don't know music. You're just watching Stranger Things." And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck them. They're just into it cuz it's popular, whatever." And then the very next thing was this guy like talking about that. He's like, "You know what was also like that? Literally all the music I've ever listened to because like I grew up playing like Tony Hawk Underground 2. And then I had to sit there and think on that. And I was like, damn, yeah, like half the shit I'm into is because of stuff when I was a kid. I did a whole 180.
It's just like people put so much effort into like appearing to be holier than thou.
Yeah.
When it's like, why aren't we all just vibing right now?
Why do you care? Like, I understand, like, there's like a certain human thing about like being proud of yourself, being proud of accomplishment, whatever. But I feel like we've gotten to such a point with like I don't know if I want to say a majority of people, or just like a loud presence on the internet, at least, of people that are just way too proud of it and way too eager to rub it in your face how much better they are.
This is going to be a complete fucking diverge from
on this podcast, unheard of.
But you like mentioned something about like the evolution of it, and it got me thinking about something I was thinking about in my car earlier about how I realized that humans are instinctually cowards because the evolution of human weaponry has been how to deal more damage from further away.
Yeah.
We don't have cooler swords or better like armor for up close battles. We've been building bigger guns that shoot bigger bullets from further away.
The fucking like orbital lasers and shit. It's like you can start war and you can finish war and you weren't even there. Like
if humans weren't cowards, we wouldn't be fighting each other with lightsabers.
Oh my god, I would love a fucking a dive into an alternate dimension where it wasn't like guns and shit that took off, or maybe like when we hit
like World War II was fought with chainsaw swords.
Yes,
like that type of shit.
Like when was it China with gunpowder and everything? Like when we hit that point, instead of being like, oh wow, we can use this against each other from distances, we were like, imagine how crazy that'd be if it was on my fucking fist and just
explosive brass knuckles.
Oh my god, yes. Fucking explosive brass knuckles, things like the what's the one in Fallout where the punch and then it extends after,
or basically like gunpowder version of the fucking what's the guy with the hammer from Overwatch?
Reinhardt?
Yeah, gunpowder version of Reinhardt's hammer.
I saw somebody do something similar to that, but not with, or I guess technically gunpowder, but they had 12 gauge shells in the back of an axe, and when he brought it down and it made impact, it hit the firing pin and then just fucking blew the fucking piece of wood up.
Hell yeah.
That's the type of shit we need to get up to this summer.
I would one-on-one the entirety of the current administration in a lightsaber duel. And I would win that shit hard. I'm not even like a beast by any means. There are people that could do it better than me. But dude, I've got the eye of the tiger.
I would just love to see like the look on somebody, one of the incompetent fucks that are like just at the point of biologically they shouldn't be there, like old shit, like Mitch McConnell. Like Mitch McConnell wouldn't even, not even in the sense of, oh, they're not gonna know what's coming. He literally would not know what is coming because I don't think he ever does.
Hey, Mitch McConnell gets like 0.1% of a point towards being against RFK.
Oh yeah,
because don't tell a polio survivor that vaccines are bad, dumbass.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking
dude, I would. I gotta be careful now. I don't want to get sent to El Salvador.
For real. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't think it.
But also, if this is your first time listening and you disagree with us, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. If you've listened to the other episodes and you couldn't guess our general standing on political viewpoints, were you even listening before?
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't think that there was anything even remotely close to something that could be interpreted any other way. Like I don't. Like maybe.
I was there.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I don't.
Oh my god. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you. I'm Jamie. Do we make that joke when your cousin was here, or was it with?
It was someone.
Yeah.
It might have been like one of the episodes where like Carter was here, he just wasn't talking, or it could have been when Man with a Hole in Chest was here.
Yes. Very true.
I don't know if we've ever said his name on the podcast before, so.
Speaking of, before I forget, we do have on the tangent of cool ass weaponry and things.
Yeah.
We have a mutual friend that I did say I'm gonna get a picture of your knife. Do you still have the knife that you made?
Oh, the one I made.
Yeah. At some point, I gotta take a picture and send that to him because I was like, dude, I send you all these cool ass things, but like, we could be doing cool ass things. Like, we got friends that do cool ass things.
You have to, if you're gonna get a picture of it, you gotta get its good side.
Yeah.
One of the sides is a little rusty at the moment.
That's all right. Fucking, I just going through my pictures earlier when we were getting ready and setting up. I found the picture of the full pizza oven with the shield and everything.
Dude, that made some bomb ass pizza.
It did. It was fucking great.
Even with the fucking store bought dough. I mean, that dough was like not bad for store bought. Yeah. But even with store bought dough, that pizza was fucking bomb.
The more I have found out about like different pizza ovens and how things work, like the more I'm just amazed that my idea of the fucking back thing like still worked out because I'm like that's not what most of them do, and I was like that, but that was perfect for it. That was great.
That's like $30 I ever spent on a hardware store.
Yeah, literally. Like
God,
so many fucking shit.
Like, what did we bought a piece of sheet metal?
Yeah.
And I think we bought some like adhesive to try and glue bricks together, but we decided that wasn't gonna work.
Right.
And we just went with the sheet metal. And we bought some other stuff. I don't remember what else we bought.
I don't know either, because I think that some of the stuff that we bought may have also been for other projects we planned on doing, and I don't think we ever got it. Like that might have been the day we bought the garbage can.
Yes, we did buy the garbage. That was back during the period of time where we were just thinking about trying stuff and then doing it.
Yeah. I mean, shit, it worked out.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. The dismantlement of the fucking TV and the computer and everything. That was great. It was very cathartic too.
I enjoyed that.
We should get some other things that should not be in our possession, so we just destroy them.
I just got a free microwave.
Woo! Oh fuck! Have you ever seen the video of the guy that made the super magnet with the microwave?
No.
So he had like I don't know exactly how it worked, but he basically he put together this magnet and this other thing, and it had a handle. And when he flipped the switch, he was able to pick up a full steel beam with it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I got a free, fully functional microwave today at work. Because somebody bought it, said that it didn't work, but they lied when they returned it.
Damn.
And so we can't sell it. I got it for free.
Fuck yeah, dude. Free microwave.
Yeah, dude. You probably saw this out there on the bench.
Yeah. I was probably not paying attention to it. There's especially with some of the other shit that used to happen here, there's probably a lot of me just tuning out important details.
Yeah, dude. That's we could write a book about all of the things that have happened here. Oh my god.
I still don't know where Boot Dildo is. I don't know if I packed that up or if it got pitched or what.
I couldn't tell you what happened to Boot Dildo either.
I need to do a serious deep dive in some of my stuff because with the size of it, it should not be missing.
That's a hard misplace right there.
Yeah.
Honestly, the last I remember Boot Dildo was it being up in my ceiling.
In the rafters.
Yeah.
And I remember looking one day and being like, oh, it's not there. I wonder what happened to that.
Yeah. And I don't remember if it went back to your room or what happened to it.
I mean, it's been so long too that it may have just been one way or the other pitch.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be offended by because if I forgot it here, that is just my fault.
If it did get pitched, I can tell you that I didn't pitch it.
And that's
because I would remember.
Right.
And I also probably would have just been all right, this is going in my room now.
I mean, oh my god, that is fucking terrible. I am so terrified. I know. God, that is terrifying, and I need to make sure that I move the rest of my shit out of there because That is not one that is.
I love you. That would be hilarious.
That would be fucking incredible. I'll be real. That can't. If that is true, though, like if it is there, that can't be the first time that something like that is there, because I used to have a very, very bad habit of just putting shit on top of my mini fridge that was next to my bed.
Yeah.
And there were lots of times where, before I was of legal drinking age, I would just leave out my liquor.
Yeah.
And, like, my dad absolutely saw it. And there was definitely times where it was like, I definitely left out a bottle of lube on my mini fridge.
You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, you know, you grow up, your parents are gonna find out someday that you're a fucking beast.
I mean, I had heard you talk about fucking a dude while kissing him.
Oh, I mean, yeah, dude. Like, that's you got to find out someday. Sometimes you're getting kicked out of the nest to fly, and sometimes you kick the parent out of the nest. Oh my god! I don't remember exactly what was said for that. Was it that, like, we were talking to?
So Carter, initiated this conversation by asking if any one of us could, like, imagine being fucked by a dude.
Oh yes, okay.
And then you immediately went to, yeah, dude, missionary style, so I can kiss him on the lips.
I've got such a bad habit of saying funny ass shit and forgetting about it. Because I guess without getting into specific details, that the outing that we recently had with some friends, I said some funny ass fucking shit. And I did not remember it at all. And so I guess that's a blessing in that, like, if everybody else is listening, I get to hear it from everyone else's perspective and not just my own.
I got my details a little refreshed on that one because not too long ago I listened to the episode where we talked about that.
God, that's so fucking funny. I mean, yeah, like, especially with everybody that was being asked, like, like that was absolutely.
If I'm being honest, like, you and I were the only ones that were gonna have good answers to that question.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would have, like, that is one of my things for people that are, like, a hardline straight or hardline, like
the term hardline, people's sexuality.
Yes, like, you are definitely just straight or you are definitely just gay. Yeah. Like, the fascination of, like, well, what would you do if you were put in the other position? Like, what could you see it? Can you? And, like, realistically, the answer is just no. Yeah. Like, but I guess I'm always holding out hope that somebody's got a thinking, creative mind.
I mean, like, I feel like there are some scenarios where they get close. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're a straight dude but you like getting pegged, you could probably imagine a dude fucking you in the butt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although I've had a very heated, like, hour-long argument with another one of our friends about whether or not getting pegged is gay. He was very adamant that it was, and I told him it's just math, dude. Man plus woman equals straight.
Right, yeah.
Like,
that's the same.
I don't know how it extended further than that, but he was drunk. I was drunk.
Yeah. We have a mutual friend that was not, like, in our close circle, but we went to school with, that we got into a very heated discussion about how lesbian porn is, in fact, gay.
Yeah.
And he did not want to hear that out. And I was like, dude, it is two women having
kissing, like, and having sex isn't gay. It's just hot.
It's not gay. It's just hot. Especially, like, this is an unfortunately common type of person, but he was of the opinion that, like, he does not watch men and women having sex together because the guy gay. Being there is gay.
Yeah.
So he only watches gay porn.
Yeah.
Granted, they are gay women. But
I watch gay porn to avoid being gay.
Yeah. It's like,
crazy how the world works.
It is crazy how that works. Like, goddamn liberals.
Those fucking liberals, they got lesbian porn!
Sir, the liberals, they got to the lesbian part. I like that.
God, speaking of porn,
Okay.
did you hear that Canada is considering, because of the tariffs, restricting U.S. access to Pornhub?
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, because it's based out of Canada.
They should fucking do it. They should do it. I want to see how fast we fucking cave. Cause like the
Yeah, dude.
the fucking
It's
like
a genius move.
it is genius. Like they should do that. If he keeps talking about this bullshit with trying to take over Greenland, we should have a 300% tariff on incoming Legos. Like, cause that's all from them.
Tyler,
Like,
I'm this close to being on a government watch list. If you bring up a 300% tariff on Legos, I'm going over the edge. I'm getting sent to El Salvador immediately, but I'm at least bringing someone down with me before I go. And this is my 13th reason. A tariff on fucking Legos?
yeah. Not happening. Like that is. God,
I was silent when they came for the immigrants. I was silent when they came for the trans people. But when they came for my Legos,
I can excuse racism, but I draw the line. I draw the line at animal cruelty.
Val would trade me for a Lego set.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm here.
listen, my TikTok already assumes I might be trans as well, so it's still a toss up. Reminds me of the classic tweet. I think I might be non-binary, but I have a job right now, so I don't know. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah. There was the one of the guy that was like, I don't know what I'm gonna call myself. Like I feel non-binary, but when I go to like a crosswalk, I will be the first person to push the button. So in a way, I still feel connected to manhood. And so like, no, that's real. That's real as shit.
He's spitting right now.
And like on the opposite side, there was somebody that was like for the most part, I feel non-binary. But if somebody's makeup is fucked up, I will be judging you, and I feel connected with femininity like that. So like maybe she they is for me, and like that's real. That's totally fair.
I saw one about man sneezing today.
Yeah.
Like just being a trans woman and being like, they know because of my sneeze.
You know what I didn't know was a fucking thing? Something like somebody being insecure about coughing, and that like you sound like or not like for everybody, but a lot of people, their cough will sound exactly the same as their grandparents, because growing up, that's who you hear coughing a lot. And I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing, much less a thing I should be insecure about.
I'm not like insecure about it, but it's definitely a bit of karma, because I used to make fun of my dad for his loud ass sneezes, and now I have loud ass sneezes, dude. It's like, fuck, dude.
I don't know.
It also doesn't help that I've basically turned into a fucking clone of my dad.
That makes certain aspects of your life like so much scarier to think of, like if your dad is like that or doing that currently.
Is he like me, or am I like him?
Yeah. That's what terrifies me about certain things. Like if I'm looking through Twitter, which yes, I'm gonna dead name Twitter. And
that's the only scenario in which it's acceptable.
Yeah, that's the only one that's okay. That and the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, is that dead naming if really
of the world
it didn't change its name? Somebody else changed its name.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking
So we're only allowed to rename our section.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's still a very
the Gulf of America of the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah, that's with that topic though, sometimes I see some stuff that I really like and I'm like, fuck, I hope my dad's not into that. Like I do not want
all the people that talk about how like fucking kinks are genetic.
Yes. It makes me so upset. Yeah. Especially like I don't know. Like I can't think about it too much or it'll make me want to fucking shoot myself.
Getting so
I don't know, dude. I feel like it'd be kind of legendary.
Yeah. There's some things that I think,
Like, dude, if
You
I
get new ones, your kids also
Oh
get
my
them. Like, it's stacked.
it can stack up. It's like a new.
if it was confirmed that like my parents were also just absolute freaks, the amount of power that I would hold over them, legendary. Because it'd be like, I'm into some fucked up shit. That means I know you are
That means
too.
I know you are.
Don't tell me to clean the fucking dishes. I know you like freaky sex.
Oh, fuck. I mean,
Because I'm willing to just stare reality in the eyes and fucking take what comes on my face.
sometimes it's a back shot from a xenomorph. Like, that's just how it is. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess now I'm feeling conflicted on that, where I'm like, there are certain things that I guess there's a lot of it where it's like that's not as bad, but there are other things where I'm like, God, I hope that's not true for you because you are repressing your bisexuality hardcore.
This is just what the Barbie movie did for women, where they were like, "Oh, my mom is just like us. Like you're doing that, like for your dads, repressing themselves."
I wasn't just thinking about my dad, though. I was thinking about both parents. Because it works both ways.
That's true.
I mean, I guess maybe like it was a combined thing, like half come from my mom and half come from my dad.
Would you rather it that or like 100% from one parent and like the other parent is vanilla?
I don't know. Let me think. So like logistically, like the getting it from both parents, am I getting like 100% from one parent and 100% from the other? I'm just like everything combined?
Yeah.
Or am I getting I'm getting everything from both?
Right.
I think I'd rather it be that one.
Yeah. I think
because also like if in a marriage one of you is fucking a freaky freak and one's vanilla, there's no sexual compatibility there.
I mean, like, not to put your shit on blast, but for compatibility issues, I think have happened before with your parents.
Well, I mean, that was just a marital compatibility thing.
Yeah,
that extends past the sexual.
That is true. I think in some...
I mean, if the sex was bad, I don't think they would have made it 26 years.
God, that's a long time to have sex with somebody you don't like.
Yeah, dude.
I, in some fucked up way, I almost would prefer to know that, like, if, like, everything freaky you get is from your parents, that 100% of the freak came from the parent I do like.
I was gonna say
that way I feel more vindicated, like, in hating the other parent.
But, like, also, what if it was from the other one?
Oh, my God.
That could make me puke.
That actually makes me sick to my stomach.
You know? It just...
That was terrible.
I don't know if I want to say what just came into my head, so I'm going to skip that one.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
That's a skill that I've been working on.
I have to do that at work all the time now that I'm, like, actually officially a manager, because there are some times that I am handed the prettiest alley-oop to just dunk on someone, and I can't do it because it's foul. Like, I did tell... There was somebody that I worked with off and on again that I'm trying to remember the exact scenario for it. It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was something about like either a moan or the O face that was being made or some sort of thing where it was like, oh, is that your O face or is that how you're moan? I was like, yeah. And I was like, I would say that yours is just like your mother's, but she was passed out by the time I got to her. And he looked at me in my eyes and was like, fuck, damn. Yeah. And he walked away and came back and was like, dude, I can't even look at you right now. And then he walked away again. And when he came back, he was like, I don't know what to say to you. And I was like, yeah, I am your manager. I should not have said that at all. Like, that's inside thought.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, I do know how, but I don't know how my place of employment puts up with me. But it's because I'm one of the few willing to just go do something when I'm told to do it.
Yeah.
But I am a vast negative influence upon all of my coworkers, because I will start like a little trend of pranks, and then every other staff member will just go do that same
God,
thing.
it's so fucking funny.
Like, I started drawing on people's business cards, and like the entire store started drawing on each other's business cards. There's one. How it works is now it's like a new thing. Each one has a section of aisles. They're in charge of making sure it's downstocked and like products that we don't have are on order. And one of my coworkers, she's got a notebook that she like writes track of SKUs so she can keep track of what she needs to order and shit. And I started just writing random shit in her notebook. And like I left the page open that I had written on, and the entirety of the store just started vandalizing her notebook. And it's just like, I am causing all of these slight problems because I do something funny, and then everyone else is like, oh, we can get away with that? Let's do it. Like, it's...
I'm in a not the same situation, but because there is a level of pranking and just general practical jokes and things that will happen independent of me, because we've got one guy that just likes to do it.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Most of the time they're fine. There is some level though that like if I engage, it will increase significantly because it gives the like, hey, this is okay to do.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I used to engage in some of the more lighthearted stuff until people started taking it way too far. And I had to still like be stern and be like, okay, like we need to stop. Or just like when it happened to me, not freak out and not be the guy that is a, party pooper.
Yeah.
But mainly the big one is the like jokingly throwing a little thing at somebody. We used to have
And then it escalates.
bigger
stuff.
Yeah, and it escalated to somebody that I didn't like working with anyway. I lightly threw something at him and it bounced off his back. And it was like, oh, haha, whatever. And then he ran up, belted this fucking thing at my face in front of a customer, and it left a mark. And I had to stone face just keep talking to the customer. And that sucked. But
and that's because I don't have any like positional authority at my workplace.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like a manager or like have a title or anything. But I do have like some form of like seniority just because of how long I've been there. Because besides like the managers and a couple of the other people there, I'm one of the few that has been working there the longest.
Yep.
And so it's like I've got that over people, and also like I just know my boss so well. I know what I can get away with.
Right.
Like I know where the line is. And so like I can just fucking dance around it like a motherfucker because I know how to not cross it.
Yeah. And others are not exactly in that position.
They're not subtle with it. And there's also just a few people we have that like my boss is just looking for a reason to fire him.
Yeah, I think that's the other hard part was the person that specifically did that. We were definitely looking for a reason to fire and like just hoping to replace. And some other shit happened, and thankfully we were able to. But with some of the people we've got right now, it's slim pickings, and we don't really want to do that. But like, ugh.
Today, like, had to move. So it started off with a joke from mi amigo because I had to stack a pallet of hardwood flooring. And because these boxes are heavy, and I was stacking it solely from one...
weak arm spaghetti?
Yes. I was stacking it from one side only, so I'd slide the boxes, and they'd kind of hit each other. The pallet ended up a little tilty, a little leaning tower of Pisa-y.
Yeah.
And we go back to move it, and he goes, oh, man, dude, this pallet looks about as straight as you are. And I was just like, oh, you got jokes? All right. And the hardwood is, like, so long that our pallet jack, it can't get all the way across the pallet because it's longer than a standard pallet. And so I have to sit on the end of the pallet while he drags it so it doesn't like lean onto the floor. And so he's like, all right, hop up there. And I was like, all right, I love sitting on hardwood. And, so the pallet jack is like at my feet and he's like right in front of me pulling it. And he's like, all right, we're going. I was like, oh yeah, give me a good ride on your hardwood, daddy. And I was just hitting him with shit like that left and right the entire trip we were pulling this pallet.
That's awesome.
I was like, you started this, I'm finishing it.
I will absolutely finish it. God damn. See, and that's like, that's fun. That's like harmless fun with two people that are grown ass adults that can know where the line is, and I think that is quite healthy for workplaces to be able to do. And it sucks when you're in a spot where you just can't do it.
Like, I think I called my boss a dumb fuck to his face, and he was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, that's just how it is sometimes. Like, I don't know, it's tough. Like,
you gotta be able to read people.
Yes, exactly.
That's like that's the biggest importance in like joking around at work.
Yeah, reading other people and reading the room.
Yeah,
I think that's the only thing that sucks for my spot is that I have like most of the time there will be customers around.
Yeah.
So there's a certain level of stuff that like not only just on this one-on-one basis should I maybe think about not saying this joke or doing this thing, but there's also the fact that customers might be there.
Yeah.
And sometimes if we've had like a week where I've been getting real crazy with it, sometimes I'll accidentally let some of that behavior slip and I'll talk to a customer like that. Like one time, so there were two guys in, and the one guy's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna get 2 slices," and the other guy's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want 2 or 3," and the other one says to him, he's like, "Just get 3. You know you're gonna eat 3," and he was like, "Is that a fat joke?" And then I chipped in on this joke on 2 people that are friends that I know neither of them.
Yeah.
I was like, it's less a fat joke and more a fat observation. And instead of having any negative reaction at all towards me, he actually kind of like looked down on him. So I was like, yeah, no, I know I should eat less, but yeah, I'm gonna get 3 slices. And I was like, fuck, I just ruined his day. Like I just made it so that like he ruined his own day.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's fucking terrible.
You hit him with that and
Yeah, and I had two of my coworkers after were like, "Do you know those guys?" It's like, "Fuck no." And so now they're just baffled because it's like, what do you mean my manager just said that to 2 random people? Like, what do you mean? And like most of the time, if I'm doing any jokey things, like it's very, very harmless.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's so harmless that it doesn't even get a laugh out of. Like over the phone, somebody would be like, "I'm gonna pick up the order for Joe with a J," and I'll be like, "Oh, that's a new spelling of it."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's like you get a little smile, but most of the time, people are not impressed at all.
Yeah.
But that goes a little bit farther than I should be going. But those guys come back. They've been in a fair amount since then, so at least I picked the right people to do it to.
Check your Google reviews.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck.
There was like this older couple that came in and they bought like a bag of grout or something, but it was just, and like they were elderly, so I always offer to carry shit for elderly people, but it was just like the wife at the counter and like the husband was still shopping and I didn't know he was in the store, so I just see this old lady. I'm like, hey, do you want me to carry that bag of grout for you because it's like 50 pounds?
Right.
And she's like, yeah, of course. And then like her husband comes up, he's like, oh, I could have got that. And I was like, I'll be honest, I didn't know you were here. I was thinking that. And he made a joke about like something, and then I like took that as a signal. I was like, all right, we're good with jokes.
Yeah.
And one of my other coworkers was standing behind the register, and while the third one was like ringing them out, we just fucking hit them with like a 5-minute little like stand-up session, just like back and forth, just like off the top of the dome.
Hell yeah.
And like we were like, the husband like grabs the bag of grout and they go to leave, and I was just like, all right, thanks folks, we'll be here all week.
See, and that's fun. I fucking love that shit. We need more of that shit in places. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess need. I don't want to put need on as in like I need all these workers to be my little monkeys and like dancing for me. But like I think that it should be allowed more. Is the way I want to put it.
How at least it goes for me is I'm going to match the customer's energy.
I'm gonna match their freak.
Like exactly.
If there's no freak, then there's no freak.
They're getting a hey, how's it going? Oh, good, thanks. Blah blah blah. Here you go. Have a nice day.
I do.
That's all they're getting if that's all they're given.
I do really like that little trend that happened of the correcting bad customers' behavior on like TikTok and Instagram, where it was like you're like hi, how's your day going today? And there's like large coffee, no ice. And they fucking spray the camera guy in the face. It's like, hi, how's your day today? It was like, oh, it was fine. Large coffee, no ice. And fucking spray him again. I think there should be a little bit of that allowed too, because sometimes that happens where I'm, like not that you need to fucking spill your guts out for me, but I'm like, hey man, like I'm a person.
There is a reverse order of operations there, because if I've got a 10-person line behind you, don't fucking sit and chat with me.
That is true. That is
like
true.
If you want to chat with me, like if I know you and you want to chat,
right?
Wait till I'm done. If I don't know you and you're just a chatty person, please move on. I've got 10 people behind you that I need to help.
It sucks being completely aware of the fact that, especially like old people, where it's like, I know you are probably just lonely, and that's incredibly sad, but also I am just doing my job, and it is not my job to fucking like cater to you right this second. I would love to have a conversation with you after I am not busy.
Yeah.
Like, and it is shitty, but
like sometimes literally there's nothing to be done. If I'm like the only person in the store that can run the register, I can't just call somebody else and like chat with you while they deal with it. It's like I have to do this. Literally no one else can.
There was somebody that actually you work with that I'll name names after, but the was coming in kind of regularly at work, and I could not interpret his vibe. So, like, at first, something had happened where he messed up his order, and I thought from his tone, he was extremely mad at us. Yeah. So I was trying to do this, like, the friendly and the, like, oh, I'm so sorry, sir, like, we'll get right out. And then immediately, in the same, like, sounding pissed off tone, was like, no, it's fine. Mistakes like this happen. It's okay. Yeah. And I've ended up in multiple incredibly strange interactions where it seems like he is very upset with me, but he is just very into the conversation, but also it feels like on a whim is ready to just shut the conversation down and leave. And it's
trying to guess who this is.
So definitely older than us.
Okay.
So, but he also was trying to help one day when
it's not the one that plays D&D with us.
No,
okay. Because sometimes when he's talking to people, he can have that tone where he's like, all right, I'm done talking to you right now.
Right.
Okay.
No, he's
because that would have been hilarious.
I don't mean to like rag on it.
Yeah.
But he has like sometimes when we're playing D&D, he does like the Debbie Ryan smile where he does the look up. And that's how I know it's like all in good faith.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. And I said that because we had a coworker who he was like applying for another job, but it had like he had to go through like background checks and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So it was gonna be like at least a month before he heard back.
Right.
So he started working with us, and he was a really chill guy. He was a cool guy. He's like a year older than me, and I used to work like a Wednesday night shift with him, and like night shifts are always fucking dead. So we'd like literally just sit there and chat for hours, and like several times he'd be talking about the guy that joined our D&D group. He's like, I don't think he likes me, and I'm like, it's not that serious.
It's not, yeah, I
he
promise.
just like sometimes he talks like that, like he doesn't hate you,
Right.
He doesn't think you're stupid,
Right.
It's just like that's just how he talks sometimes, dude.
Yeah.
And I had to reassure him of that several times, and he still wouldn't believe me.
Right. I think like maybe the first D&D session, I was like trying to feel that vibe out, but pretty quickly after, I was like, oh no, this is just his deal. He's cool as shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
this is his deal. But the person I was talking about, when I had to get a drill for a project.
Yeah.
I was not reading things, and he had offered up this drill that you guys were having a sale on.
Yeah.
And I was the dipshit that did not read what kind of drill it was. And I did not tell him what my project was, so I ended up having to return it. And in talking to him about it, I was like, yeah, I'm like returning the drill, and I'm getting the right one. And he was like, what was wrong with it? And I was like, I'm not supposed to use an impact drill on glass.
Yeah.
He, with that same serious look, was like, no, I never would have recommended you this product if you had told me. And I was like, I know, I felt like I had disappointed Dad. I was like, I know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's okay. And it was like perfectly fine. Like obviously he doesn't give a shit. It was just like the way he talks and the way he looks, and he's got these fucking serious eyes. He's like, no, you're not supposed to do that. You're gonna break the glass. And I was like, yeah, I figured that out when I got home. Oh my god, it was so funny.
Dude, let's talk about the surgery I had to do on my brother's laptop.
I don't remember now.
So he had his charger plugged in, and one of his friends fucking kicked it.
Okay.
And the charger snapped, and he thought the piece of the charger was inside the port.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, but he thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to take apart his laptop. So first we had to find the right bit.
Yeah.
And I bought the smallest. It was, I think, a Star bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's either Star or Torx. It was one of the two. But the smallest one we had at my place of employment was too big still.
Yeah.
But then, because like I bought like a whole screwdriver set. And my sister's like, oh, I have a screwdriver set. But hers was like a single driver with a bunch of bits.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't have the driver though. I just have the bits. So I full ass put the bit in a fucking drill. I took my brother's laptop apart with a drill.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
And like, I didn't just have to take the back cover off. I had to uninstall like the motherboard. So I had to take off the heatsink, the fan, and everything attached to the motherboard with a drill and pull his motherboard out. And then we looked in the port and we're like, there's nothing in there. We did this for nothing.
Oh my.
And then I fully reassembled his laptop with the drill.
Holy shit.
And it still works.
And after all of that, just knowing what I know about your brother, I could see that there's nothing in there. Oh.
Yeah, he paid me for my work with 2 cans of cherry Pepsi.
Alright, well that's, at least you were paid what you were owed.
Yeah.
But we all know the conversion rate for labor to cherry Pepsi. Or was it cherry Pepsi or cherry Coke?
Cherry Pepsi.
Cherry Pepsi, yeah.
It did. I was out there for like at least an hour. Because I was fucking disassembling and reassembling a laptop with a drill.
Yeah. I mean, that's 2... Was it bottles or cans? Cans. 2 cans of a cherry Pepsi. That's about minimum wage. Like.
Yeah. Yes, if you do that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it was a time and a half, though.
God damn. That sounds like it was fucking miserable.
Well, first, I had my Leatherman.
Yeah.
And it has a really tiny flathead bit. So it's the wrong bit, but it was like the right size. And I was like, let's see if I can do this by hand. This is before I knew I was going to have to take out his motherboard and everything. So I was like, if I can get the back cover off, let's see how it goes. And it took me like 10 minutes to get one screw out with that. And I was like, this is not happening.
Yeah. I don't know. It's having worked on any of that shit is terrible because every time that I have an idea like that, I'm like, I'm not even gonna try it because I've torn up so many fucking screws. Like,
did I tell you about the weapon I tried to make in the garage?
I feel like you did, but I don't remember again.
That was one where I just didn't have the right knowledge to do what I wanted to do. I basically had a staff.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take apart an old drill that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, so it was a battery-powered drill that's like older than I am.
Mm-hmm.
The batteries do not work.
Okay.
So I wanted to take the motor from this battery-powered drill, convert it from battery-powered to just wall plug-in, and mount this drill motor on the end of the staff, basically stick a piece of threaded rod in it, and attach a saw blade to it. So I had staff of saw blade. And I could not get past the electrical engineering step of converting battery-powered drill into wall-powered drill. And I also shocked myself several times by testing it out with my hands on exposed contacts.
It's so fucking good, though.
I spent like
so cool.
I spent like 2 days in my garage, like flipping through YouTube tutorials and like online manuals for drills.
If we get our money up, we could always just like try that again, but instead of converting the broken battery powered to like wall powered, just getting
A
battery powered,
drill,
and then doing the saw bit at the end and just having that.
Yeah, I was like, staff of saw blade. That's like sick as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also going to be a funny joke because it was during the long ass break we took in our D&D campaign.
Oh yeah.
And I was going to send a video of me with the staff of saw blade just fucking spinning and just caption it. You guys gave me too much prep time.
I'm hoping that in one of our campaigns that weapon makes a reappearance because that's a good idea. It's a good idea waiting to happen.
It's also probably some form of felony.
Yeah. As long as there's no recorded evidence of it, we should be okay.
There isn't.
Fuck yeah.
Because as of right now, it doesn't exist.
It's true.
This is all just a big theory.
Oh my god.
A porn theory.
A porn theory.
Thanks for watching.
I'm so glad that things like that can be just said, at least right now.
Yeah. Don't push our luck.
Yeah, don't push it. Because I did have one time at work where I was talking about how much I love getting violently drunk and then like driving in video games and getting into how like realistic you can get with like driving simulators and stuff. And I didn't realize it, but there was a plainclothes cop there. So when my boss and my coworkers were just like staring at me like jaw agape, or like I was like, I don't know what the fuck, whatever. Like I'm just talking about this.
Yeah.
They're like, that cop was there. Like we're just surprised he didn't say anything. I was like, it's not a crime to
get drunk and play video games.
Yeah, I was like, I can tell you all about wanting to like drink and drive in a video game.
Yeah.
Like it's not real life. It's not a fucking crime.
Yeah.
Like whatever. This isn't. Well, okay. I was gonna say this isn't the Reagan administration.
I think we're past that point.
We are. So technically not. But
yeah, this is the Reagan administration. It's worse.
Yeah. It's like smoking one joint isn't gonna make you a heroin junkie. You know? Yeah. It's like drinking and driving in a video game is not gonna make me a drunk driver. Like we don't live in that fucking world.
Okay.
Oh shit, no.
Dude. Real-time live update from Jamie.
Yeah.
George Foreman has just passed away.
God damn.
And
was that the guy with the
notifications for it?
Was that the guy with the frills?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Also a boxer.
Yes.
Yes.
He was 76.
Why was he selling grills?
Get your money up, not your funny up.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I mean, he
That
can't.
was like the saddest notification I've ever gotten. And I was
What the fuck?
He couldn't box forever.
Right, that's true.
like, he was still boxing and all.
No, I'm talking about why he switched
Yeah.
on to grills.
I don't know, with his name, like fucking Mike Tyson's still doing it. Like, unfortunately.
He's a mistake.
Yeah.
He's really doing it, or whether or not he should be in
I don't know.
home or house.
Yeah.
I definitely think he
He's
needs help. I also definitely think he held back in that fight.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. And you can tell, like, especially with how upset he is with himself the entire way, like, all the PR before.
Yeah.
That video of him talking to the little girl, and he's just like, we're all gonna die, and our lives are meaningless. She's like, because she's just so innocently like, you're a hero to a lot of these people, and there's a lot of people my age, and this is the first time we're ever seeing you fight. Like, what do you have to say about the inspiration or whatever? He's like, we're all gonna die someday, and our lives are insignificant on this speck of dust that we call Earth.
George Foreman, he had his grills. Mike Tyson had his vapes and edibles shaped like ears.
Yes, dude, that shit's hilarious with the gummies.
I mean, to be fair, it was a partnership between him and
True,
Holyfield.
true.
It wasn't just Mike being like,
I
I did this. It was a partnership.
love when they were both on Larry King, and he's just like, Larry King's like, so why'd you bite his ear? And he's like, I said I was sorry. Like, why did you bite his ear? I fucking love it.
Dude, Mike Tyson's such a funny dude.
He is a funny fucking dude. Mike Tyson Mysteries is great. I fucking love. And it's like such a perfect combination of weird humor because you got him and you got fucking Norm Macdonald,
Yeah.
rest in peace. I fucking love Norm Macdonald. I know not everybody gets Norm Macdonald, and that's okay.
Dude, Norm Macdonald's a fucking legend.
I love Norm Macdonald.
Dude, Norm Macdonald stood on business with OJ.
Yes, fucking every day possible.
Yeah.
And like, I hope that OJ was thinking about him when he died because like,
OJ is definitely looking up at Norm right now.
oh my god, yeah, like, fuck the arrogance of the if I did it, like,
Yeah.
like talk about a motherfucker.
Dude, that was the fucking the more recent SNL skit they did about OJ, where fucking they're trying to find jurors for the trial, and they have Keenan playing OJ, and like Jason Sudeikis is there. He's like a man that was been on a deserted island for like the past like 10 years or something, and he just got back to society, and the first thing he did was walk into the courtroom, and they're like, "Oh, great, so you know nothing?" And he's like, "Yes." It's like, "All right, you're gonna be on the jury for OJ," and he goes, "The murderer?" It's like, how'd you know that? And he fucking pulls up, well, this book washed up on the island, and it was If I Did It.
If I did it,
And then Keenan, like as OJ was talking about it, and called it I Did It.
I did it.
And then Jason Sudeikis goes, "Don't you mean If I Did It?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I meant."
that's the one. The editor didn't approve of that title. That would not surprise me in the slightest. Like,
I think it's like in the lawsuit her family filed against OJ, they got a ruling to say like how small they could possibly make the it. So it's so large.
Yeah.
If I did it.
fucking deserved, honestly. Ugh.
Dude, that was some shit.
Mm-hmm. Fucking.
That reminds me, somewhere around here I have the Juices Loose tapestry.
Oh, yes.
Actually, Ben took the Abe Lincoln one, so I should still have the Juices Loose
Hell yeah.
one.
Those
I don't know where it went.
Those are great.
Right now I've got my fucking boring ass school teacher accomplishment bulletin board
Boo!
with the fucking handmade art from my children and their positive behavior awards and my positive behavior award. I think his school mascot Pride Award.
That is mortal words.
Yeah. Well, that's what one of my coworkers wrote. They like have to like fill it out and submit it, and they wrote a blurb about how fucking awesome I am. Cause, dude, I was the LeBron James of physically restraining middle school children. Granted, I would not always have to do that. I was also a great gaslighter.
Who's gonna be your Ronnie? Who's gonna get like? Who's gonna?
I'm sorry, did you say Ronnie?
Oh yeah, I did not mean Ronnie. Fuck, what's his name?
Ronnie?
Ronnie, not Ronnie. Whoops. Yeah.
It's okay, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. Who's gonna be Ronnie? Like, yeah, who the fuck is Ronnie, Tyler? Like,
Ronnie's gonna be the children that grow in a petri dish.
ooh, fucking smiling friends. Zach Hadel is uncomfortably obsessed with the idea of homunculi. As
blame him.
As a expert on the matter of Oni plays and associated people from Sleepy Cabin, he is uncomfortably obsessed with that idea. And when that episode, like when we were watching that episode, just the way the site, like he's talking about, it's like my homunculus like growing on. I was like, he needs to fucking drop this because it's like a 12-year-old joke. And
he literally paused the show to tell me that he
yeah.
dropped the bit.
Every time something comes up in that show, especially there's bits that are like reused from Helldivers, and like it's not that it's not funny, but every time it happens, I'm like, I have never thought that I had a parasocial relationship with anybody online until this. Like I did not realize how deep it goes for me, and I'm like, holy shit, what? Like, it's crazy. It makes me feel like a fucking crazy person.
Had to turn around and look at me because you know what I've been subjected to.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, get out of my head! Get out of my head! I don't know what to think no more. Oh fuck.
Although, yes, I feel like there's still a difference between like parasocial relationship and then just knowing an awful lot about someone.
That's fair.
Because like, if you've watched them an awful lot, you probably know an awful lot about the version of them that they portray.
Right.
And when you get
their podcast, you know about them.
Yeah. It's when you get to thinking that because you know a lot about what they put out, that you know
them as a person.
That's when I feel like it switches to fucking parasocial.
Yeah.
That's the word.
That's totally fair.
Like, just because you've listened to me put a butt plug in my mouth before, it doesn't mean you know me.
You know me. You don't know me like that.
No. Do you remember that happening?
I feel like that might be something I've repressed.
Do you remember what instigated that whole scenario?
No.
It starts with a C, rhymes with farter.
That
was an episode he was here.
Damn.
Because like we that was a theme we had in our episodes for a while, where we're like, all right, we've been talking about like sexual shit way too much. We need to try and stop.
Yeah.
And then he came that episode and just instigated the whole time.
God, I gotta go back and listen to a bunch of shit now, because like I don't remember like a lot of the episodes.
So many memories that I've forgotten about in there, dude.
That was a very tumultuous time.
Yeah. Honestly, though, for a lot of my life has been downhill since then.
Yeah.
At least mental health wise.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Get it? Like, I don't know. The fucking. Do
you know how hard it is to find a good therapist around here?
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly my point. Thanks, Jamie.
I Not a full therapist, which is partially my fault, but a counselor that did not cost me any money. That I was not aware of the fact that he had heavy ties to a church I do not go to.
I thought you were about to say the Italian mafia.
God, not unlikely. But I was like deep into talking about a bunch of shit. It was very helpful. And then the last time I went, he like did a full 180. It was basically like, that's because you are a sinner. And everything that you do, when you breathe, when you wake up in the morning, you are just basking in sin. And that I don't believe, like, because I guess I was talking about something with
Is that why you chose to wear that hat?
Yes, the I Love Jesus hat. That I'm actually here on a mission to convert you, not to Christianity or anything, but just convert you from T-Mobile to Spectrum, because I guess Spectrum's in right now. But
sorry, I got Mint Mobile. Shout out Ryan Reynolds.
Shout out Ryan Reynolds. So jury's still out on that whole deal. I think I don't want to know anymore. Is actually my deal.
Nah.
But I was told that after I was like, like I'm not super religious, but I think it's kind of neat that when the Pope met with that guy that got raped by a bunch of priests and was like verbally and physically accosted because of him being gay, and asked Mr. Father Popius, like, hey, does God hate me for being gay? And God said no. And or the Pope said no, like he made you the way you were supposed to be, and I love you as a Christian man. And this counselor guy was like, yeah, you see, I know that you think that's cool, but I think that he is perverting the truth, and that he is distorting your worldview, and that all homosexuals are sinners. And that's when I said, do not schedule me again. And it was crazy.
Dude, you want to know what my religion is? Anime isekai.
Yeah.
When I die, I'm going somewhere else. And I'm gonna fucking live a kick-ass fantasy life. That's my religion.
That would be fucking phenomenal. If I could just choose.
That's the only thing that gets me through my is the thought that when I die, I'm going somewhere better. And it's not heaven.
Honestly, somewhere different is probably enough for me.
Nah.
Like not even necessarily needs to be
Listen, I just want to be able to cast magic spells.
That'd be fucking great. Actually, even if it was identical to this world, but I could cast spells,
Yeah.
those silly, goofy little things. Like
It's gotta be somewhat regressed compared to this world.
Yeah.
Because I want to have the ability for it to be okay for me to kill people sometimes.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair.
It's kind of a necessity at this point.
If I could boot me, like if we're all mandated to get the fucking Elon Musk chips in our head, like boot me up onto somebody's Skyrim save and like make me one of those silly little like mods that you can have a companion that says shit they're not supposed to.
Have you played Cyberpunk?
Yes.
Okay. If we get the Elon Musk chips in our heads, I want to fucking get Johnny Silverhand. I want to get put in some rando and just like revive the hopes of the revolution by being installed into their head against their will.
Dude, every time I see things about like the story of that and like Cyberpunk fans try to make their video game a reality, I'm like, I kind of hope someone does it. I won't lie, I kind of hope someone does.
Dude, like I said, fucking boot me up in some fucking random fucking street dweller's brain, and
some random chew.
I will fucking absolutely just reignite the blaze of the revolution within them. We will bring down the fucking amalgamation of Adam Smasher and Donald Trump.
Dude, he thinks he's Adam Smasher, like hardcore.
He definitely thinks he's Adam Smasher. Yeah. He is not.
He is not. Like,
he's that fucking. Oh, dude, I forgot his fucking name. But the fucking crazy guy in the back alley behind Victor's shop that like thinks he's like a prophet.
Yes,
That's who he is.
Fuck.
And Elon Musk is the sentient vending
At
machine.
first, I thought you were talking about the the fucking the guy that's like running for like he's a mayor.
That guy.
And they're like surveying his.
That would also be a good allegory.
Yeah. God, that one makes me really upset.
Yeah.
Like there is.
Because like, if you tell him, it ruins his life.
Yeah.
And if you don't tell him, he lives a life under their control.
Right. There is no and
There's
like,
no good ending for it.
I feel so bad because some days when I'm in a particular mood, I like to clown on the people that are like, "Hey, I need my games to be good guy and bad guy. I need to always be the good guy." And then there's other times where I'm presented with morally gray that I specifically asked for, and I'm like, "Fuck, that makes me feel bad,
dude." I don't need so much feel the need for there needs to be good guy, bad guy. I just wish that they could have put in one like cop out happy ending choice.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about all the fucked up shit that I did or like let slide throughout the whole story because like it made the story fantastic.
Right.
Give me like one little tiny little the last dialogue option I pick at the end that gives me just the cop out happy ending.
Yeah.
Because that like I spent so long just sitting there staring at these screens, just like, fuck, dude, I don't want any of these choices.
Yeah.
None of them.
The Cyberpunk specifically, I will always like applaud for the idea and like not giving the cop out because like I want more things to do stuff like that. But for their story specifically, like choosing the option that you think is going to give you that cop out is one of the most unsatisfying things ever. Being stuck on the space station.
Honestly, the one that I enjoyed the best was when you become one of the nomads.
Yeah, the nomad thing is cool.
Did you play the Phantom Liberty DLC?
No.
Would you get upset if I talked about that?
No, that's fine.
That ending fucking hurts me.
Yeah.
Because you, like, go to, I don't remember his name, but he's, like, the guy you majorly helped out during the DLC.
Is it Morgan Blackhand or?
No. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember.
Yeah.
You go to him, and he's like, yeah, I can, like, fully cure you. Like, Johnny will be gone, and you'll have, like, your full lifespan still. You don't have, like, the 6 months to live bullshit. But after the surgery, you, like, wake up 2 years later, and you're going around to all the people you knew, and, like, everybody's already moved on or, like, has, like, forgotten you. Like, you're fully fine. You have your full life ahead. Everyone you knew is already just moved on from you.
Jesus Christ,
that's
upsetting.
It's fucking brutal.
That's terrible.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna fix me. This is the happy ending. They put it in the game. No. Heartbreak.
No, that and I honestly love that though. As fucked up as it is, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, cause yeah, it is.
They didn't compromise.
Yeah, especially because I feel like I am somebody that in a lot of video games I'm always doing the like prepare for the worst and never actually fully see the potential of certain games. Like go through Pokemon, never use any fucking items, maybe potions, nothing else. Like, but for people that are playing games like that, you're entirely missing so much shit. And I think that putting it like that definitely forces you to be like, okay, well, they'll let me play the game after, like, like before the point where you choose the ending. But if you're gonna end the game, like, it's the end of the game. Yeah. Like, you don't always have to have the like perfect cushiony ending where like, okay, cool, you actually went out and V did something. Yeah. But I don't know,
dude, and that's Although I will say, it was kind of upsetting that there was like gender locked romances.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, dude, it's 2077. Like 90% of people's bodies are artificial, and you're telling me everyone's not pansexual?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Right.
Like, I couldn't just romance everyone in one playthrough. I had to go and switch my body to romance the other characters.
Right.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. It is.
I could literally in game, I could bring my character to a Ripper Duck, and they could make me the other gender, like lore wise.
Right.
Like, why do I have to fucking start a new playthrough if I want to fuck the other two characters?
Yeah. It is fucking bizarre, but I mean, like, it's. I don't know. I think I only actually encountered that once. Like thinking that one of the voice options or like one of the choices was like a joking thing.
Yeah.
With fuck, what's her name? With the joy toys and all that. And the brain dance lady.
Yes.
Fuck. I can't remember her fucking name. It's like an actually incredibly important character.
Yes. Judy.
Judy, yeah.
I didn't even get to look it up. It came to me before I could do it.
Yeah, there was an option before you do the underwater shit.
Yeah.
That like is supposed to be a flirty like, hey, let's get it. And I was like, oh, that's funny. Like we're in an incredibly depressing thing right now. That's funny to say. And then she just like her response was like, dude, no. And I was like, oh, I feel fucking gross. Like, why'd I do that?
See,
I thought it was just a joke. Like, I didn't think that was a proposition at all.
See, that's the thing is, like, I played my first playthrough as a female character.
TikTok might be right, buddy. I'm just saying.
You bring that up, but I did play as a female character with a penis. So
It's getting specific.
Fuck, dude.
Let's move past that.
I don't need to have this realization on a recording. Thank you very much. But
See, that's one of those ones that I should have been like, I'm at work. I can't say that.
I played as a female character.
Yeah.
So I did get to romance Judy, and I did romance the detective River.
Yeah.
But I was like so desperately like the first other character that I came up with, I was like, oh, I want to romance this one because I romanced Judy and like I liked Judy's character. I really wanted to romance Pam.
Yeah.
And then like it gets to the point where you can choose a flirty option for the first time, and she's just like, nuh-uh.
No.
I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? And so I Google it, and it goes, yeah, to romance Pam and Carrie, you have to be a dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, fuck.
At least, like, it's like at least you're given options.
Yeah. You get two options for each build.
Oh, is fucking. So you can't romance Detective Man as a man. That's it. So there is no canonically like gay partner.
No, there's gay partners because you can only romance Judy as a woman.
Yeah.
There's no bi partners.
But
And
yeah.
you can only romance Carrie, the dude, as a man.
Oh wait, which one's?
Carrie's the guy that was in Johnny's band.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
you can only romance him as a
right,
man.
right.
Yeah.
What about can you romance the lady that Johnny was what's her name?
Alt.
Not
Oh,
no.
no.
The
fucking what's her name? The lady that's in the fucking the afterlife.
Yes.
I don't think you can romance her.
No.
I think there's only 4
Yeah.
like mainline romances.
That makes
There's like other side characters that you can have like hookups with.
Yeah.
Like at the starting mission where you have to get the flathead drone before you do the heist for the relic. If you go and talk to the corpo agent, and like you like help her out, you can hook up with her afterwards.
I didn't know that. There's a lot of shit in that game I've not done.
Yeah. I like the game, but you can also definitely still feel the holes where there was stuff they wanted to add but couldn't add.
Yeah.
Even though it's like a good game now, you can still have that feeling of they wanted it to be more.
I'm so fucking glad that I gave it another shot because I did try to play it when it first.
Oh, me too.
And I was doing PS4.
Yeah, me too.
Like, yeah.
Same.
God, it was fucking terrible.
And honestly, I forgot I had the game.
Yeah.
And then it was in my library, and I was like, oh, I've got Cyberpunk. I heard it's good now.
Yeah.
And I just re-downloaded it.
I gave it a second shot way before the other update came out, and then it still kind of sucked. So I was like, all right, fuck this. And then I happened to like see some other people talk about it, and it was like I started playing when the first wave of the updates was coming. Yeah. So then by the time I finished my playthrough, they had fully put out a bunch of other shit. And I was like, oh, cool. So I'm going to run around and explore all this shit. Because it was funny. By the time that I finished my first playthrough was when they started having the stuff with the Metro. And I was like, in my head, I was like, why the fuck is this an end game? Like, unlock. Like, this serves no function to me. I own so many vehicles. Yeah.
But, dude, like, why the fuck is the wanted system in the game?
Yeah.
It doesn't do shit.
It doesn't do fucking shit.
And, like, also, because it doesn't do shit, I, like, rarely had a wanted level.
Yeah.
My sister's boyfriend, he was super into the game. He played it a bunch. He's like, yeah, when you get the max wanted level, the cops they send at you, they're, like, invincible. Like, you can't even kill the max level cops with the highest level wanted. He's like, because they came and they fucking murked the shit out of me.
Yeah. And
so I lost my wanted level, but they were still walking around the area, and he pulled out, like, a fucking sniper rifle that was, like, tier 5++ or whatever, and fucking just domed one of them. Nothing happened. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I mean, like, and I think that it's, like, uber bullshit, too, because I was going to give the benefit of the doubt of, like, oh, maybe that's a thing from the tabletop role-playing game. But no, there is one character who is supposed to serve that function, and it's Atom Smasher. Yeah. And you have to kill Atom Smasher. Yeah. Like, so that's already bullshit.
Yeah, it's also... Did you watch the anime?
No, I need to watch it.
I have not either. But, like, it's so crazy how, like, in the anime, Atom Smasher is, like, so fucking strong. Mm-hmm. And he was not a hard fight in the game.
No.
There was only one fight, to be fair, there's only one fight in the game that challenged me. And it was literally, like, the first boss fight I encountered, the chick with the hammer in the mall. That's the only fight I struggled with in the entire game.
I love that one video of the guy that's, like, that uses the fucking, the suicide thing, and she goes, is she still alive? Yeah. And they're like, oh, fuck. I want to say that there was a lot of fights that I had, like, there was some fights I had challenge with, but it was mainly because I was doing it, like, way under level, but I still did it.
Also, my entire first playthrough, I only used a pistol.
Yeah.
I was just like, because I don't remember. Oh, well, that was what it was. I got, during the Arasaka heist, when you get the relic, I got like a tech submachine gun, and you don't have the tech implant yet.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god. Because I think all the weapons I got, besides the pistol I had, were tech weapons. I was like, oh my god. Submachine guns and, like, assault rifles and shit are kind of ass. Mm-hmm. And so I literally just, like, I maxed out the perk tree that, like, slows time when you aim. Mm-hmm. I would just walk around and just pistol headshot, pistol headshot, pistol headshot, use the pistol the entire first playthrough.
I started another playthrough where I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go, like, just San Devison. Like, I'm not going to entertain. But because I wanted to lock myself into that from the beginning, I'm finding it very difficult.
Dude, it's impossible to do stealth without the quick axe.
Yeah.
Like, if you give up the quick axe, you can't stealth. Yeah. Like, it's literally fucking ridiculous.
And that's what I wanted to, like, I was like, cool. The San Devison stuff, in my head, I was like, that makes so much sense to pair with, like, all your shinobi shit and, like, just, like, sword it up or whatever. But it is, like, nigh impossible. fucking.
Yeah, no, you gotta have the quick hack build to
Yeah.
do any stealth action.
Oh, I didn't even realize like we're an hour and a half in. That's fucking nuts.
That's our natural talent.
Yeah. We still got it, baby.
We never fucking lost
it. Well, do you gonna put a?
And that was the last 4 years and 3 minutes.
I think we hit all the large points. I mean, we got Cyberpunk. We got some political things that have been happening, mainly just the last like month,
Yeah.
which felt like 4 years.
I might be transgender.
We have a stout. I mean, if we have another break for like 4 years, you come back like America's prettiest lady. Like,
Listen, I'll be discriminated against by hormones though, because testosterone auto does the voice change. Estrogen doesn't do that shit. That's fucked up.
that is fucked up.
Fuck chemistry.
Yeah.
And its discriminatory practices.
Not willing to voice train.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm barely willing to take a shower some days.
Real.
You know, there's a lot of people into girls like that.
Let me tell you, the OnlyFans career, absolutely through the roof.
Soaring. I mean, the criteria.
Soaring.
The criteria for some people's obsession with certain VTubers is like through the fucking floorboards so far. I'm convinced that like anybody could pretend to be girl failure at all and it'll work out for you. Like, you know, like some of the clips I see where people like thousands of comments of just like, oh my god, I love her so much. And I'm like, first, haven't heard of you. Second, oh my god, you guys, like, speak to an actual woman, please.
Yeah.
Like, please, I am begging you.
So especially like when you're on like the TikTok clips and you're just like, that's just a pick me.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
that's just a pick me right there.
Yeah, you hate when you're into a certain sphere or hobby or something, and you find out that everybody else there is allergic to deodorant.
Yeah. Yeah.
The R.A.T.cast
Magic together.
Yeah. God. Ugh. I say that knowing full well I want to buy more Magic cards.
Couldn't be me. I don't have the fucking. I don't know if it's patience or just general brain capacity for that.
Maybe that
It is.
maybe that's another talking point I could put down for the next episode is the Fortnite-ification of Magic the Gathering.
Are we gonna do another episode sooner than 4 years from now?
I'm gonna put my money on yes.
All right, because I would like to. I think the revival.
I would like to see a revival. It's especially like with some free time coming up that I've got, and then hopefully just better plan days with like, you know,
More people.
yes.
We need to get some others, some new guests.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a possibility. I just need
And maybe possibly a new microphone.
yeah.
We can get a new mic.
Yeah. I think that it might also help. Like, I've got some other shit that I should bring in and like have some like full professional microphone type deal where we could be like literally across the room.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, or we could just like,
Couldn't even get a blue Yeti up there.
yeah.
or we could just fucking get like a dongle and we all plug our gamer headsets into my laptop.
Yes. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. Like, I got a pretty nice headset, so
That's mine right there.
hell yeah. Really represent.
Oh fuck, dude! I just realized that's another sign, isn't it?
I literally went, oh, very similar.
Guys, I think we might have to change the fucking title of the episode from Cringe Crusaders to Cracking the Egg. Which, ironically, nobody could fucking beat me at that game on the trampoline.
Oh shit.
God. Well, that might be the place to close out. I've got some self-discovery to do. We'll see you later.
Bye.